Thank you very much, members of the media. Comrade Kgalema Motlanthe, the chairperson of the Electoral Committee of the African National Congress. Comrade Mahlengi, our spokesperson, and candidates of the ANC with us here today. I came with Andres Nell, he's working in my office. I forgot he's a candidate. Congratulations, Andres. Thank you very much. The ANC's list of candidates for the 2024 national and provincial elections is characterized by diversity, inclusivity, and experience. The candidates have been carefully selected through a rigorous, transparent, and democratic process that reflects our commitment to organizational renewal. The ANC's focus on strengthening internal structures, such as the Electoral Committee and Integrity Commission, ensures that capable individuals are chosen to implement our program of a better life for all. The ANC candidate selection process, which began in August 2023, was guided by a new set of rules aimed at promoting transparency, integrity, meritocracy, vibrant internal democracy, broader participation of the alliance and mass democratic movement, and a thorough evaluation of each candidate's profile. These rules ensured that only the most qualified individuals were considered for candidacy according to strict criteria. Candidates must meet requirements such as possessing a post-matric qualification, completing leadership modules at the Oliver Tambo School of Leadership, and being ANC members in good standing. Demonstrating commitment to the democratic movement and having no criminal record. By enforcing these criteria, we are paving the way for a new phase of governance that will drive our country's transformation journey forward. The ANC candidate selection process aims to ensure that only the most qualified and deserving individuals are nominated for positions. We have implemented strict criteria to ensure the integrity and credibility of our candidates. Firstly, it is important that candidates do not have any pending court cases or disciplinary hearings. This allows them to fully focus on their responsibilities without distractions or legal complications. In addition, candidates who have been recommended for suspension by the NEC after their cases have been finalized by the Integrity Commission are also not eligible for nomination. This shows our commitment to uphold ethical standards and holding our members accountable. Furthermore, candidates who are already public representatives or members of government executives must undergo a satisfactory performance review. This ensures that those in positions of responsibility are effectively fulfilling their duties and serving the interests of the people. To maintain transparency and trust, all candidates must agree Candidates must agree to sign deployment contracts in which they will undertake to implement the ANC's electoral mandate and the decisions of the organization. This may include redeployment and recall as circumstances may require. This ensures that our candidates prioritize the tasks outlined in the electoral mandate, and are willing to comply with organizational decisions. The Electoral Committee guidelines outline the specific requirements for ANC list, which are crucial in ensuring that the ANC represents the diverse needs and aspirations of the South African population. To begin with, the ANC list must encompass a wide range of skills, experience, and capabilities to effectively address the complex challenges facing our nation. Additionally, the list is representative of all national groups, taking into account the provincial demographics. This guarantees that the ANC truly reflects the diversity of our society and gives a voice to all communities. Moreover, the provincial lists should have a fair geographic distribution throughout each province to ensure that every region is adequately represented and no area is neglected. The ANC list must also reflect the character of the liberation movement by including members from various organizations such as COSATU, South African Communist Party and SANCO, the Mass Democratic Movement, and key sectors of society. This allows the ANC to effectively advocate for the interests of all South Africans. The ANC candidates represent an intergenerational mix and advance the generational transition in our country. Additionally, the list should also represent all national groups. The ANC list must also reflect the alliance. The ANC candidates represent an intergenerational mix and advance the generational transition in our country. For the first time, the 1976 and 1980s generations, together with the millennials, constitute over 60% of candidates on the ANC's list. The rest are made up of the remainder of the earlier generation of struggle veterans and AMA 2000s, the Tintswalos, the children of freedom, talented, educated, diverse, and vibrant, are taking their rightful place in our movement and country. Many of the pioneers of our democracy, those who formed this include Comrade, can you give me a list? Let me read from. Yeah, I've taken this. I thought we were going paperless, but the ANC candidates represent an intergenerational mix and advance the generation transition in our country. Many of the pioneers of our democracy, those who form part of our first 30 years of democratic parliaments, have retired. This include Comrade Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, Pravin Gordhan, Pem Chwete, Amos Masondo, Eunice Karim, and John Jeffrey. We thank them for their contribution to our democracy and governance. We know that they will remain activists working for a better South Africa and will continue to draw on their wisdom and experience. The qualifications, skills, and combined experience of our 2024 candidates reflects a party that has gained enormous experience in governance and development. The new additions to our list bring with them experiences in civil society, business, the youth, students, and trade union movements, and traditional leadership, which will only enrich how we govern and represent people over the coming 5 years. The ANC lists also deliberately bring in candidates from all national groups. More than half of our candidates, 53% are women, and 40% are young people, traditional leaders, persons with disability, and members of the LGBTQI+ community. This is a team of the people, by the people, and for the people, ready to work with all South Africans to implement the ANC's 2024 manifesto to do more together. These candidates were selected through a rigorous, democratic, participatory, and transparent process that lasted over 8 months, overseen by an independent ANC electoral committee chaired by Comrade Kgalema Motlanthe, former Deputy President of the ANC, former President of the Republic, and former Secretary General of the African National Congress. We thank the chairperson and all esteemed members of the Electoral Committee for the diligence, commitment, and integrity with which they carried out this important task. In carrying out the mandate given by the Special Extended NEC, the ANC Electoral Committee was tasked to provide a list of candidates appearing on the ANC candidate list who appeared before the Integrity Commission and in respect of whom the Commission submitted reports and are named in the State Capture Commission report. A number of individuals who fall into the above categories were either not nominated as candidates or were found by the Electoral Committee to be ineligible due to having criminal records, stepping aside as a result of criminal charges, or being suspended pending ANC disciplinary processes. Of the persons named in the State Capture Commission, only 20 are current or former NEC members and or public representatives. Of these, only 6 appear on the ANC 2024 candidate list. Based on the response of the Electoral Committee, the national officials compiled a report containing the names of the candidates, a summary of the matters in respect of which they engaged with the Integrity Commission, and or they were named in the State Capture Commission report. The report contains 3 parts dealing with, respectively, with candidates with no adverse findings by the Integrity Commission, candidates with adverse findings, and candidates named in the State Capture Commission report who have no Integrity Committee reports. The report deals with 16 persons who appear as ANC candidates. The report was presented to a special NEC meeting on Thursday, 7 March 2024. The President and all other candidates who were mentioned in the Integrity Commission's report recused themselves from the meeting. So he was not absent because he ran away from difficult matters, as it was reported. For good governance, the President and the National Chair were among those people with no adverse findings from the Integrity Commission. As we discussed this matter till 2 a.m. On Thursday, they recused themselves even though there were no adverse findings on them. The report was presented to a special NEC meeting Thursday, 7 March 2024. In the report, the national officials made the following recommendations. Candidates in respect of whom the Integrity Commission made no adverse findings are eligible to stand as ANC candidates. A total of 9 of the 16 candidates fell into the category of the candidates in respect of whom the Integrity Commission made adverse findings. 3 candidates are eligible to stand as ANC candidates pending finalization of their reviews, appeals, or their processes. 3 candidates are eligible to stand as ANC candidates pending finalization of their reviews, appeals, or other processes. 2 candidates are not eligible to stand as ANC candidates. Candidates who are named in the State Capture Commission report and who did not present themselves to the Integrity Commission as directed by the NEC and who have been referred to the National Disciplinary Committee are not eligible to stand as candidates. The extended NEC noted the report and commended the national officials and the Office of the Secretary General for the thorough and expeditious manner in which they discharged the mandate given to them. The NEC reiterated both the principle that the ANC candidates must be persons of integrity and that the organization is committed to respecting the rights of its members to due and fair process. Accordingly, the special NEC resolved that the above candidates should be allowed to stand as ANC candidates pending completion of their various outstanding appeal, review, or disciplinary processes. Should they be elected, their positions as public representatives will be reassessed based on the outcomes of the process. The ANC's 54th and 55th national conferences highlighted the need for organizational renewal to address internal weaknesses that have affected the movement's ability to lead socio-economic transformation effectively. The NEC is implementing various measures to renew the organization, including strengthening the Electoral Committee and Integrity Commission, introducing stricter rules for candidates selection, enhancing cadre deployment and promoting accountability, and introducing monitoring and evaluation initiatives. The progress made in the renewal process demonstrates that the ANC is moving forward and will continue to do so with our collective efforts. Renewal is not a gimmick, but a means to empower the ANC as a more effective tool for liberation in the hands of the people. While candidate selection is crucial, it is just one step in the ongoing journey that the ANC is taking alongside the people of South Africa. President Ramaphosa made the following clarion call at the launch of the ANC's 2024 election manifesto. I quote, "All leaders and public representatives, once elected, must be held accountable through the rigorous monitoring and evaluation system adopted by the National Executive Committee. The ANC remains committed and resolute to pursue the transformation agenda in order to build a better life for all, leaving no one behind. We will do so in a manner that will ensure that when we celebrate the centenary of the Freedom Charter in the next 30 years, the legacies of apartheid, colonialism, and patriarchy, which still loom so large in South Africa, will be a matter of history. Our confidence rests on the fact that we have achieved the impossible together. Our biggest victories we've won together. Our deepest sorrows we've felt together. Our biggest strides we've made together. The biggest odds we've defied together. And so today we can say with certainty, we will do better, we will do more, and we will do it faster and together. Thank you very much.